Kevin Nash enshrined himself in superhero movie history by playing the Russian in 2004's The Punisher. But Big Daddy Cool didn't get to come back as the character, and he's got something to say about it. Warning, spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine ahead. The WWE Hall of Famer and former WCW champion didn't seem too happy about the recasting choice in Deadpool and Wolverine. On his podcast Click This, Nash said,
"That looks nothing like the character I played. That looks nothing like the Russian. It looks like they gave somebody a favor."
Deadpool and Wolverine is the title character's first outing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it features a number of cameos from characters from the 20th Century Fox-produced Marvel films. Many of them are returning actors. Daphne Keane returns as X-23 from Logan. Chris Evans returns as Johnny Storm from Fantastic Four. Jennifer Garner returns as Elektra, and Wesley Snipes once again plays Blade. They're all stuck in the void, having been removed from their native timelines. But Nash apparently wasn't asked back to play the Russian, who notably appeared in a movie distributed by Lionsgate rather than Fox. Instead, the character was played by British actor and stuntman Billy Clements. Clements may be new to the role of the Russian, but he has also played other minor roles, as well as working as a stunt double in the MCU movies Black Widow and Eternals, as well as the Disney Plus series Secret Invasion. In the 2004 Punisher movie, the Russian is sent to assassinate protagonist Frank Castle, played by Thomas Jane, in his home. The character's time on screen is short. He is killed during the confrontation. But the character, or at least a version of him in his signature red and white striped shirt, lives again in Deadpool and Wolverine. There are at least 2 incarnations of the Punisher in the Void as well. There were lots of versions to choose from. In addition to Jane, Dolph Lundgren played the character in 1989's The Punisher, and Ray Stevenson took on the role in 2008's Punisher Warzone. John Bernthal also portrayed the character in the Daredevil and Punisher Netflix series. Perhaps anticipating how people would perceive his comments on the recasting, Nash clarified that he's not actively in the market for acting roles, noting that he's 65 years old. Nash said,
But I love when people say, "Oh, Nash is trolling for movie parts."
Nash then sarcastically listed off all the things he preferred not to be doing with his life at his age. "Yeah, what I want to do in life is, I want to go someplace that's not my crib and be in a hotel and work a 12-hour day, and then leave and go home, and while I cook and prepare my meal and eat it, go over lines for tomorrow. And while I sit in makeup the next day, have somebody run lines with me, and then every time I get a break, run lines again before we shoot a scene, or a scene we're not in, to find somebody to run lines with." That said, Nash has been in a movie as recently as 2023, when he appeared in Magic Mike's Last Dance, though he did get to do it over Zoom. Maybe he doesn't really want to return to the character of the Russian. Too many bad memories. He recalled on a different episode of Click This that while filming The Punisher, Jane accidentally stabbed him during their fight scene. Nash said the prop master simply forgot to switch out the prop knives.
I take one in the collarbone.
For his part, Jane called it a bad day, adding,
"You know what made it worse? Because he was so nice about it. He just sat there and looked at the knife, looked at me, shook his head."
Jane said he got Nash a few cases of beer as an apology.